Chapter 1 of God Died at 3 o'clock. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Maria Therese. God Died at 3 o'clock by Reverend Gerald T. Brennan. Chapter 1. The Traitor. One of you will betray me. These words of Jesus Christ cut like a sword into the hearts of the 12 apostles. One of you. One of the apostles is a traitor. These are terrible words. They are hard to believe. The apostles know that Jesus has enemies. There are men who hate Christ. These enemies would betray him. They would even kill him. But one of the apostles? Never. For 3 long years the apostles have been Christ's best friends. They have lived with him, eaten with him, helped him in his preaching. During all this time, these 12 men have been faithful to him. They have seen Christ give sight to the blind. They have seen him cure the sick and raise the dead to life. Jesus is God. This the apostles know and believe. But now something is wrong. This Thursday night, Jesus seems to be very sad about something. Gathered in an upper room in Jerusalem, Christ and his apostles are celebrating the great Jewish feast of the Passover. The supper, it is Christ's Last Supper, but the apostles do not know this, has gone quite well up to now. The apostles are glad to be here with the Master in the upper room. Alone with him, they feel safe and happy. But suddenly, the eyes of the Master flash, and from his lips the awful word, betray, falls like a thunderbolt. One of you will betray me. The apostles are shocked. They can hardly believe it. They stare at one another. Then they whisper together, "Which of us can it be? Who is the traitor?" Each apostle wonders if he is the guilty one. "Is it I, Lord?" asked Matthew, his voice trembling. Before Jesus can answer, the others shout the same question. "Is it I, Lord? Is it I?" The apostles are excited, and Jesus waits for them to be quiet. But his answer does not help them. Jesus does not name the traitor. He does not call him by name. Again he says only that one of the 12 will betray him. This is not enough. It is not enough for Peter, the leader of the apostles. He is angry and wants to know the traitor. The upper room is filled with the noise of excited voices. But Peter signals John to ask Jesus the name of the traitor. John, who is sitting next to Christ, is also anxious to know. Turning, he whispers into the Master's ear, "Lord, who is it?" John waits for Jesus to speak the name of the unfaithful apostle, but the Master does not tell it. The name of the faithless apostle is Christ's secret, but he can trust John whom he loves the best. "Lord, who is it?" John asks again. "He it is to whom I shall give bread." John alone hears, and he understands that the traitor's name must be kept a secret. As he speaks, Jesus takes a piece of bread and hands it to Judas. Judas Iscariot. Judas is the traitor. Peter sees Christ pass the bread to Judas, but he does not know what it means. Peter still waits to hear the name of the traitor. A blush on John's cheek tells of the anger in his soul. He feels as though he should accuse Judas openly. Instead, John only stares silently at the apostle, whose name is now Traitor. But Judas does not seem to be excited. He is a good pretender, a fine actor. "Is it I, Master?" he asks, as he takes the bread and begins to eat. Jesus nods his head and answers, "Thou hast said it. What you are going to do, do quickly." This answer surprises Judas. It worries him. He is certain now that Jesus knows everything. But Judas has made his evil bargain with Christ's enemies. He has agreed to betray Jesus to them for 30 pieces of silver. He has told no one what he has done. He has kept everything to himself. Yet Jesus knows. Jesus knows the treason of Judas. If only Judas would confess his sin and ask Christ to forgive him. It is not too late if Judas were only sorry. But the heart of the traitor is hardened. He hangs his head in stubborn silence. What you are going to do, do quickly." These words of Christ stir the traitor to action. Suddenly he jumps up from the table and hurries out into the night. End of chapter 1.